Hi, I'm Josh, and I'm going to be telling you about using the MAST DOI service with DOIs journals. Imagine you've got a paper, and in this paper you've got some data that comes from MAST. Here we have ultraviolet spectra taken with COS of M33. When I'm submitting my paper to DOIs journals, they'll ask me, does my manuscript contain any MAST data? I click this link, and I end up here on the MAST pages. Now you can get references, DOIs, to entire data sets, or catalogs, or entire high-level science products. But here we're going to be talking about a data set that's specific to this paper. So we've logged in now to the DOI portal. You can search a number of different ways for data in the portal. Here I'm searching by program ID. So my program ID for this Hubble project was 13706. All my data pop up, and you can see that they start to appear on the screen on the left. There's a little tutorial that I'm kind of speeding through. You can see all the different data we have. There's proprietary data here and non-proprietary data. The proprietary data won't be made public until the proprietary period wears off. I can now add them to my DOI basket. My basket is a way to collect different observations together before minting them into a DOI. But I have other observations here. I have some existing observations that I'd like to use. I've taken them archivally. So here's observations of a target. I'm going to go filter using the left side to just look for HST observations and then just look for COS observations. And there's UIT 236, the target that is also in this data set that is not part of my original proposal. But then I'm also going to go look for some fuse observations. MAST, of course, is an archive that holds a lot of data for a bunch of different telescopes. And here I'm looking for some fuse data. And I'm going to go in and select the fuse targets that I have in my data set. And I'm actually going to kind of speed up here, go back and forth, and check back with my manuscript which targets I have. I know the target name. So I'll just switch back and forth and select them all. Once I've selected all the ones I want, I can add them to the DOI basket. So that's what's going on here. I can add them individually to the DOI basket if I want with that little button, or I can click the Add All button, which is what I typically use. So you'll look, I click on the Add All to the DOI basket, my number of observations gets updated. I also have an image in the data. This isn't used in the paper, but it's something that I show. So I thought I'd select these two, add them to my DOI basket. Now I have 40 observations in my basket. I can now decide, okay, I have everything I want, do a little look through, select everything in the basket, and create a DOI. It'll ask me to log in, which I do here, and now I can check out with this basket and mint a DOI. So when I create a DOI, it's going to ask me who I am, and ask for a title for the DOI. Usually it's just data from this paper, and then some kind of description. Perhaps what kind of spectra they are, from what kind of instruments. This is totally up to you. Take a second to decide what you want. You can see I'm correcting some typos and so forth. Then you click Create DOI. It sends a request. And then it ends up with this information. Now this is sent to you as an email as well, which I'll show you. But this really tells you what is available. So you can now take this. And look, there is the email telling me what I got. Now you can do two things with this. One is you can put it directly into your manuscript. That's what I'm just showing here. And that's a nice thing to do. I'll show you what that looks like in a minute. But also, DOIs wants to know what you used. And this is what you used, so you put it in. Now if you click this, it will take you back to the archive and give you this landing page. And if you click on that button, you will then end up back in the portal with all of those data selected. So when somebody reads your paper, they can see exactly what kind of data you used, access that data, download it, and hopefully use your paper better.